I wasn't born an assassin. I was born a kid, just like anyone else. My parents loved each other, but they were reckless. A star-faring pair of star-crossed lovers. It was never going to last, so in hindsight I shouldn't have been surprised when my mother died in a ship explosion. I was 9 years old. It broke me, but it broke my father more. He still loved me, but he became irrational, moody, and I was just a child who needed more than his nihilistic grimness. This was when my father started getting bitter about guardians. We weren't born guardians, me and my father. I don't have a ghost. I can't resurrect myself. I'll age and die. My father knew this as well, and he racked himself with grief and jealousy. More than anything else, he wanted to become a guardian, because guardians could do anything, be anyone, and they had all the time in the world. His obsession bled into me, because I was young and impressionable. So I resolved to train myself to physical and mental perfection, so that when I did eventually meet a guardian, if I couldn't be one, I would at least be able to fight one, maybe even kill one. But my father's caustic jealousy, as much as it motivated me, ate away at him. I'd come home to find him locked in his room, and when I put my ear to the door, I could hear him crying. At this point, I was still young and still impressionable. My father's volatility frightened me. I figured the best way to avoid turning into him would be to bury any trace of what I felt. I repressed my emotions, not only out of terror of being as wretched and incapacitated as my father, but out of a desire to be strong, to be hardy, to be fearless. I wanted to grow up too fast. My father pushed me towards this as well. I remember one night in Russia, following the trail of an old treasure map my father had bartered off a traveler weeks before, we were attacked by Fallen. They stole our map and half our rations before my father chased them away with his shotgun. I was in tears, for the unfairness of it all, and for the violence of the attack. My father was furious. He screamed at me that I needed to man up and get a grip on reality, that life wasn't fair, and I should stop whining and get on with surviving. I was 13 years old at that point, and I was ashamed of myself for a long time afterwards. By the time I was 17, I'd changed. I was a mercenary, pulling odd jobs across the reef, whatever it took to survive. My father, he disapproved. When I came home from a week-long haul on my 18th birthday, he flew into a rage. Said that what I was doing was too dangerous, that there was no glory in it, and that my mother would be ashamed of me. Well, that did it. I snapped. I wrung my father's neck. Did it without thinking, almost. It was the first time I'd killed a man. And then, minutes later, when the full force of what I had done started to hit me, I sat down next to his body and tried to cry. I howled and howled, screaming for tears to fall, but I couldn't. I'd spent too long locking myself out of my feelings. So I picked myself up and got on with my life. I threw myself into complex, difficult assassinations, and I excelled at it. But I'm getting older now. 30 years in the killing business will wreck you. My reflexes are slowing, my grip is loosening, and my knees are buckling harder than they used to. I think my armor, custom-made, practically indestructible, is hiding just how extensive the damage is. That's why I need the Aleph Vault. It's my chance to retire in peace And after all I've seen and done, after all I've had to endure, I deserve it. More than any guardian, anyway.
Kairos, I swear to God. Oh, you're new. Another Vault Hunter?
I'm a friend of Kairos.
Great, another member of the math cult. Did she send you here?
She doesn't send me anywhere. I'm here of my own volition. I know you've got a skeleton key. Hand it over.
Or what?
Unlike Kairos, I know how to fight. I was part of the military effort on Mumbai a couple years back, so war is nothing new to me.
And I'm sure that's all very impressive, but right now, I have a vault to rob. And you're not really respecting my personal space, so just back up a little, yeah? In fact, you can back all the way up to your ship and fly it back to the tower. There's a good lad.
No. You back off.
All right, that's quite a convincing argument that you got there. But it's not going to keep me away forever, you know.
Hello, can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for information.
Then you've come to the right place. The Tower Archives house all the knowledge the city has, and it's my job to help citizens navigate it. What do you wish to know?
The Aleph Vault.
Of course, a popular subject these days, as I'm sure you're aware. What's your name?
Do you need to know my name?
For record-keeping purposes, yes. I need to know if anyone alters or damages any files. I'm sure you won't do anything like that. It's just a necessary precaution.
Look, if I tell you who I am, can you keep it confidential?
Your name will go on archive logs, but those are only accessible to the Vanguard commanders. Aside from that, my lips are sealed.
Alright, my name's Fawcett. Can I have the files now, please?
Of course.
Thanks. Ghost, scan the files.
I'm on it. You really should start standing up to Comer, you know. What he's doing is against Vanguard protocol.
Just focus on the files, please.
Alright, I've got the coordinates on the Aleph Vault. Oh, and some interesting Vanguard reports on the Vault Hunters. Wanna read them?
Later. I need to get back to Comer. He'll be wondering where I've been.
How's the vault coming along?
Slowly. I still can't believe Fourier would do this.
Wasn't it O'Brien who actually came up with the riddle?
Good point. Fourier's always been good at getting other people to do things for him.
Do you think he'll be able to help?
O'Brien? No. He just took the hardest problem he knew and threw it at Fourier. Doesn't have a clue how to solve the hypothesis.
Listen, I ran into a hunter who was trying to break into the vault. He was quite rude.
That, I think, would be Tyler Reichenbacher.
You've met him too, then?
Yes. He's quite a character.
Not a threat then. How many other Vault Hunters have you met?
An assassin in red armor. His name's Wolvenstholme, apparently. He scared off Tyler.
But not you.
You know I'm not afraid of thugs.
Kairos, anyone who's seriously after the Vault is dangerous. These people are trained killers, or double-crossing madmen, or worse.
And I'm smarter than all of them put together, I'm sure.
Just be careful. They might not be smart, but they wouldn't think twice about slaying you or Gauss.
I'm always careful. Now, go stand guard over the vault, Cantor. I don't mind people coming up to have a crack at the riddle, but if they look like they're trying to break in, then it's your job to stop them. We can't have some brain-dead moron ruining the game for us, can we?
Speak and be judged.
Who? Where? What? How? How?
You are in the hands of the Nine.
But
The assassin shot you. We saved you and brought you here.
this place is fascinating.
You will answer our questions.
What's the sand made of? Silicon quartz? Calcium chlorocarbonate?
Answer!
Alright.
Name all the Vault Hunters you know of.
Well, there's the assassin for one. I don't know his name, but he's scary. And that red armor of his? Looks like some sort of custom-built composite metal. As for the others, there's a hunter. Tyler Rickenbacker. The assassin asked me about him as well. I've never met him, but apparently he's a jokester. According to the tower's ship logs, there's also a hunter named Kairos on Io as well. She's... she's a genius. If she can't crack Four's riddle, nobody can.
Foriam is playing an interesting game.
He's dead, you know. Dead people usually don't get up much once they've bit the dust.
Foriam believes he can preserve his will, even in death, by locking it away.
So what do you care? I don't think the Nine were all that interested in Glimmer.
Foriam died by our hands. Everything he owns belongs to us. The Vault Hunters threaten that.
You don't even need it, though. Why go to all this trouble?
By taking what is rightfully ours, the Vault Hunters defy us. Such defiance must be punished by any means necessary.
Okay, then. So, if you're done with me, can you put me back on the moon? Because I got some work to be getting on with